There are strange things in this universe, small moments in human life that seem meaningless. Private, embarrassing, harmless, but sometimes those moments brush against something much older than us, something patient, something that has been waiting a very long time. This is one of those stories, and it begins with something I discovered when I was 20. At first I thought it was stress, or exhaustion, maybe even some strange hallucination. But after it happened 3 times, I realized something impossible was happening. Time was stopping, not slowing, stopping completely. Cars froze in the middle of the street. Birds hung motionless in the air. Rain stayed suspended like tiny glass beads. Every person around me became perfectly still, frozen mid-movement, like statues, except for me. I could move, I could breathe, I could walk. And the strange part wasn't just that time stopped, it was when it happened. Not randomly, not during sleep, not during fear, only during a very specific moment. A rising moment of intense sensation, from the first spark of it, until the moment it ended. The entire world froze. And the instant the moment ended, time resumed exactly where it had left off. At first, the frozen moments lasted only a few seconds, but I quickly realized something important. That rising moment could be delayed, stretched, held. If I stayed just before the final peak, the world remained frozen, so I practiced, slowly, carefully, and the stillness grew longer. Seconds became minutes, minutes became hours. Eventually, I could hold the world still for nearly half a day. Imagine walking through a city where nothing moves. A dog frozen mid-jump, snow hanging in the air. A car stopped halfway through a turn. The sound of the world gone completely. Just silence. At first I simply explored. Empty malls, abandoned streets, rooftops where airplanes sat unmoving in the sky. It felt like stepping outside reality. Like I had slipped between the seconds of the world. But curiosity changes people, especially when there are no consequences. Locked doors were easy to open. Phones revealed messages never meant for me. I walked through places I had no right to enter. Government buildings, private apartments, hospitals, police stations, no alarms, no witnesses, no sound, just a frozen world and me moving through it. For years I believed I had discovered a secret, a strange glitch in reality that belonged only to me. But eventually the silence began to feel different. Not peaceful, heavy, like the world was holding its breath, waiting. The first sign something was wrong happened on a winter night. The city was frozen again. Snow hung motionless in the air. A man was halfway through opening his car door. I was walking down the sidewalk when I heard something. Breathing, slow, heavy, behind me. At first I thought it was my own echo. But when I stopped walking, the breathing continued, slow, patient, not matching my rhythm. I turned slowly. The street was full of frozen people. But something between them looked wrong. The air was bending, like heat, rising from asphalt. A shape that wasn't quite a shadow, not quite empty space. Something that hadn't frozen with the rest of the world. Then something touched my thoughts. Not a voice, not sound, just meaning. Cold, clear, direct. You stay longer than the others. My chest tightened. I forced the words out. What are you? The shape shifted slightly, its outline refusing to stay still, like a reflection inside broken glass. You remain awake. Most disappear into the moment, but you stay, you walk, you look. Something enormous moved behind reality, not in the street, not in the sky, somewhere beyond the surface of the frozen world. A pressure. Something vast pushing against the thin wall of time. You see the place between seconds. Panic shattered my concentration. The frozen moment collapsed, and time resumed. Cars moved, voices returned, snow fell. The shape was gone. For months, nothing happened. The world froze many times after that. But I never saw it again. Eventually, I convinced myself it had been my imagination, until the night it spoke again. The world froze, and the thought appeared instantly, right beside my mind. You are improving. Fear crawled through my stomach. What do you want? There was a pause. Then the answer, slow, certain, for you to stay longer. That was when I finally understood. It wasn't chasing me, it wasn't hunting me. It was waiting for the moment I could hold the frozen world open long enough for something on the other side to come through. That was 5 years ago. I don't use the ability anymore. I refuse to. I won't open the moment again, not even for a second. But the nightmares started after that. Every night, the same dream, the world frozen, the sky unmoving, and something enormous pressing against the surface of reality, waiting, watching, growing closer. And every night the same thought appears in the dream, clearer each time. Closer, you open the door. You learned how, and eventually, you will open it again. Because the thing waiting beyond time has already seen me. And now, it knows how to see back. And there is nothing anyone can do about it.